My routine, first and foremost, always begins with my meditation and my prayer every morning. I do that without fail. It allows me to sit in a completely isolated space and I listen to my thoughts, and then I start my day from there. I didn't think it was possible to farm in the middle of Joburg Center, until I actually saw my rooftop come to life. And I was like, I'm doing it. Like, I'm here. I've arrived.
The South African Breweries has embarked on the Public Interest Commitment Program for a number of reasons. We're a proudly, loudly South African company, and a big part of our strategy is ensuring that we enable the communities in which we operate to prosper. So investing 1 billion rand over the next 5 years is what we've embarked on. That investment strategy encompasses agricultural development, entrepreneurship development, and societal upliftment.
My name is Fezile Msomi. I'm 28, and I am a hydroponic farmer. Even today, when I tell people I'm a hydroponic farmer, hydroponics disappears from the, oh, you're a farmer. No, I'm not just any farmer. I'm specifically a hydroponic farmer. To tell them that I'm in the middle of Johannesburg on a roof. One, they don't believe it. They think it's impossible until they actually walk through the door and they are stunned. They're like, oh my gosh, really? So you grow food on the roof.
SAV Kickstart is SAV's flagship enterprise development program. Ever since 1995, we have been on the journey of supporting young people to grow their businesses in a number of ways. Firstly, financial supports in a way that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to access. Secondly, non-financial support through coaching, mentoring, training, and most importantly, access to markets, again, that they wouldn't otherwise have been able to access by themselves.
See, this is actually lettuce,
Yes.
spinach, it's lettuce.
Hydroponic farming is good for the environment because we're not using any chemicals. So we don't have any pesticides. We don't use that at all. I'm saving water. I'm using less electricity. I have less labor-intensive work. And on a Monday, I'm gonna let it shine. And on a Tuesday, I'm gonna let it shine. And on so I get here in the morning, I ask them how they're doing. I do a single check with as many of them as I can, and I sing a song. On going down the road.
So entrepreneurship, as you can imagine, is a hard career to be into, right? Young people, as bright as they are, as innovative as they are, unfortunately do not have the experience to match some of the capacity needs that are required by organizations such as ourselves. Secondly, the capacity to supply a supply chain. They are literally starting up their businesses. As amazing as the quality of the businesses are, capacity is what you need to be able to service a supply chain.
I spent about 6 to 7 months between the Urban Agriculture Initiative and Wouldn't It Be Cool? And then SAP got onto the ship, which I tell you was amazing when I got that sponsorship on board. It hasn't been easy because here we are competing with big companies. When you come as a young black female entrepreneur, it's like, what do you know? They need proof. So me being part of the program and having their sponsors has given me access to a lot of places. It makes it easier for me to get out there and say, here's my card and these are my sponsors, because they know that SAP is well known. And I'm always telling people that you can get what you want. If you push as far as you want to go, you can. And here I am now, top of the roof, and I'm going forward.
Part of our corporate strategy is to ensure that we support the national agenda. As a company that has a large agricultural footprint, it's so important that our farmers are adequately trained and adequately financed.
My name is Mapula Vivian Siboko. I'm a farmer. I'm inspiration to my son. I want him to learn from me. I think I'm a hard worker, and I like my work. Without money, you don't have nothing to do. You can't do anything. So That's why SAB came out with that plan. They loan us money, then we can plant anything you like barley or maize.
Challenges that farmers face vary from land ownership, land availability, access to affordable finance, access to market. So that's where, as FarmSol team, we intervene and try and facilitate to assist the farmer.
SAB has partnered with FarmSol. They're effectively our emerging farmer development vehicle. They're a team of passionate agronomists who spend days on end in the field with our amazing farmers, getting to know them, getting to understand their challenges, and giving them the necessary skills that they need to be successful.
In Taung area, all of the farmers are farming on 10 hectares. It's a big challenge to only farm on 10 hectares anywhere in South Africa. So that's where FarmSol comes into the picture. Assisting the farmers throughout the season with the crop, monitoring the crop, getting better prices in terms of bulk buying, right through till the end with the harvesting process. Do you see the flowers?
Yes.
No, it looks very good. And the color is also good.
At our crop, they teach us about how to take care of your crop. And everybody who want to ask the question, you can stand up and ask, what do you want to ask? It's changed my life very much.
It's a better way of communication from FarmSol side. Instead of communicating everything with 108 farmers, we communicate directly with the co-op. It just makes it so much easier. We do training sessions where we get experts from outside, and also when the farmers, if they see something wrong in their fields, they report to the local co-op, and we get the experts in to come and have a look, and we try and solve the problem there.
As FarmSol internally, we have a term that we call tutusa, which is loosely translated as nurturing, because we see ourselves being part of a journey with the developing farmer to ensure that the farmer eventually farms sustainably and is able to stand alone independently and is able to compete fairly in the market.
Right here in our Bryanston offices, we've decided to establish an SAB accelerator. Our accelerator program is focused on equipping Black women-owned and Black-owned businesses with the right skills for them to grow within our supply chain. We house budding entrepreneurs, give them office space, give them access to our engineers and our business coaches. At the moment, we have a fantastic Black woman-owned company called Kivali Chemicals, headed up by Funeka Khumalo.
When we started Kivali Chemicals, we had big dreams. So that's why, we supply the likes of SA breweries and other, large multinationals. Working in a manufacturing plant is not the sexiest thing in the world, but you are not employed there to be lifting, heavy things. You are employed there to think and do problem solving. You go out there and show up and show that you are there because you've got the brains for it. I went into a high school where we did not even have a lab, so we had to imagine the experiments. But when you go into a manufacturing field, all that theory now becomes reality, and you know that you have actually been part of creating this reality, and it came from that chemistry that you learned so many years ago.
She's passionate about her business, and that's why we want to back her and back her 100%. It's the passion, the dedication, the technical expertise that she brings to her own organization, transferring her skills, her expertise to our operation. Why wouldn't we want to back her?
We were chosen to be part of the Accelerator program in 2017. When we started, the main problems that we had, it was lack of resources, number one, and not having processes in place. All the processes were in our heads. I'm happy to say that, after the Accelerator program, we came out with the processes. What we do at the breweries, we supply them with the chemicals and we also service them to ensure that those bottles, when they get into that bottle washer, they're as clean as possible. Our turnover has increased by over 30%. So a lot has happened for Kivali through the Accelerator program.
One of the things I'm most proud about when it comes to our PIC commitment is the fact that it enables us to maintain our 97% local sourcing ratio. That means that South African breweries continues to invest in jobs in this country, in supply chains in this country, and 97% of everything that goes into the beers that we make comes from South Africa.
Every time after harvesting, I can see what I'm working for. Maybe I produce 65, then the next time I produce more. It shows me that this is the result of working hard.
I'm from the township of Gugulethu in Cape Town, and we're making every girl from the township know that yes, it's possible to grow up, in a township, start your own company, and succeed. It gives hope, to a little girl somewhere.
Hello, Patrice. Mommy's back. With that sponsorship, I've been able to grow. I have a fully operational business, and I'm doing pretty well. By the time I do my CSI initiative, I want to be able to give back to another agriculturist who will be able to follow me and see, so this is where she began, this is what she's been doing, and grow.
We aren't successful alone. I think there's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And those are our suppliers. We're on this journey for the long run.
You want to be at the center of it all, especially when we're talking the fourth industrial revolution, digitization. This is where you want to rub shoulders. This is where you want to feel the atmosphere of entrepreneurship, of opportunity. It's like the gold rush of the 1900s. We're an IT company. We need to be at the forefront of technology. We enjoy good business with our partnerships, like Dimension Data, but those partnerships are not one-sided. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Dimension Data is all about connecting individuals, communities, small businesses, large enterprises and government through technology. From basic infrastructure all the way to cloud, to high-end applications. At the end of the day, we need people to make the technology work.
We're a South African-born company. We've been in this country for 36 years. We owe our success, our birth, to the citizens of this country and the peoples of this country, and we feel it's important for us to give back.
So for us, huge investment in learnerships, graduate programs, internships, and the like to bring in all this young up-and-coming talent from different parts of the country.
Thokoza is a township that is struck by abject poverty. It's very easy for a young person coming from Thokoza to quickly be swallowed by those circumstances and their dreams reach a ceiling. But I wanted that reality to change. I was given an exceptional opportunity where Dimension Data supported me in my journey, and I chose mining engineering. I think people like me understand the need to give back. I'm a graduate of the Buhlebuzile Secondary School in Thokoza. The main reason why I go back really is to provide a sort of mentorship to try and help and spark potential.
Tabiso, use one of the desks that you are sitting on as we speak.
All right, Sanbonani, Molweni. Exactly 5 years ago, I was doing my matric NAMI in this very same class. And Mr. Boloy was standing before me, teaching me this thing that I thought was very, very difficult. I graduated here in Buhlebuzile with 7 distinctions. So that means for every subject that I did, I got an A, right? Then I went to Wits University and I did mining engineering. I had a bursary from Dimension Data. My accommodation, my food, my books, and my tuition fees were all taken care of. All I had to do is literally wake up and study. No matter what the background that you're coming from is, you are given the opportunity to change it. The wonderful relationship I have with Dimension Data started in 2012 when a group of learners were asked to write a motivation letter stating why they would want to be a part of the Saturday school. I thought, I want to be in those shoes as well, and I was selected to be part of the LIFU. When you get to Dimension Data Saturday School in grade 11, I wrote an algebra maths test and I got a 30%. I knew at that point that I really need help and something must be done.
If he was able to make it in life, which means I can also make it. When I go to Dimension Data, I'll see my future. It's like it's waiting for me there. I'm gonna grab it with both hands. I'm gonna use it because it's the greatest opportunity I've ever got.
The Saturday School program gives tutoring in maths and science. We have a partnership with 20 schools across the province in Gauteng.
The Saturday School started just with mathematics, added physical science, we've added coding, because we realize that these young people are going to be operating in an environment that actually is a digital environment.
This is a refinery program to help them move from being a C student to be an A student. I think it's programs like this that will lift the face of this country.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Dimension Data once again.
The Saturday School was actually started by Dimension Data employees. A young black graduate walked into the Dimension Data offices and could not see somebody that looks like himself. The vision was to say, how do I make sure that in the long term, this company is diverse? What we want to see is a South Africa that is truly representative. We do not look for top performers. Potential, drive, vision, the thing that says, I want more for myself.
I didn't know I had so much potential. There really is a greater normal that I was dreaming about. My name is Tabi Somota, and I'll be taking you for computer studies, and I'm quite excited to be part of this journey now.
They come to the Saturday School 48 Saturdays per year at the Dimension Data campus. So these are people that, I think they're different. People have the X factor. That's really what we're looking for.
I found something that I'm very passionate about, the development of other people.
I wanna study IT, which needs like my marks to improve. So a project like Dimension Data could help me achieve that.
It's not only about academic support. Part of that development is the youth and leadership development, where the young learners are taught and groomed to be ethical citizens and ethical leaders.
My father was a big influence in how I see business. He used to buy milk, cheese, yogurts before they expire. And he would use us young boys to sell his stockpile around the townships. I saw how hard it is to get out of that cycle. I really needed a place where I could thrive, where I got real support. Exactly. The biggest challenge as a startup is premises and infrastructure. The only thing you have is your idea and the fact that you've earned your stripes in the industry. Dimension Data came in and offered office space in an upmarket area of Johannesburg. We had parking, telephone lines, uncapped internet.
Our enterprise development program is critical to us. It's part of stimulating the economy. It's also incredibly rewarding when we've brought and nurtured these small businesses and partnered with them out there in the market and allowed them to deliver on aspects of the solution and see them grow.
The fact that we were based at Dimension Data campus really helped us a lot because everyone that was a decision maker, account manager, it was a coffee away. Dimension Data, with that initiative alone, are making a huge impact. Networking as a business person is critical. It shows that you want to be involved within the ecosystem of your sector. It's always exhilarating. You had your top 5 IT companies in the country to take those concepts that you've created to the next level.
We are driven by profits, but what drives us the most is creating meaningful impact in this country through technology.
Dimension Data is now a global business, but it was started here in Johannesburg. Those are the footsteps we are following, and I think we couldn't be at a better location as young entrepreneurs. I will approach Dimension Data with an opportunity that I feel I need a bigger brother to assist me. Let's go together to see our customers. Let's see if we can work together on particular opportunities where traditionally Dimension Data would not have access to a certain customer. You'll find that the SMME has a relationship with that customer.
Things were a bit slow before we introduced Nkululeko. I saw a need of introducing Nkosi IT into the business, just to make sure that we are in line with the technology. I believe he's a good guy. He takes care of his customers. It's someone who's reliable.
Dimension Data has got a program called the Graduate Accelerated Program, where new graduates are taken into the company and they start their journey into the company.
This morning, we were welcoming our Graduate Accelerate Program participants for 2019. Brilliant and inspirational young people. It was good to see all of them.
We introduced the GRAD or GAP Graduate Acceleration Program about 5 or 6 years ago. We proactively went out and sought out people with specific skills, all of them with university degrees. It really is a really nice program because they get to rotate throughout the entire business, experiencing all facets of the business, be it HR, finance, marketing, technical, sales, you name it.
I fit into the DD world by being part of the Graduate Accelerate program for 2018, and that's how I really got to know Tabiso. We, as graduates, were asked to be mentors to these students. I think it's important to understand what can you learn from those different business units and those different teams. Being a mentor just means being there for someone, understanding what they're going through, and offering advice that you wish you knew when you were in their place. It's very important for corporates to look at not just the high flyers and those that have connections all over the place, but to look for those that have really pushed through negative circumstances, because those are the people who have real drive and real motivation to make something out of their life.
Remember, from the type of environment that I was coming from, I'm no longer that person that I was when I came into the Saturday school. I've gone through the full cycle from the Saturday school, through the bursary program, and now I'm joining the graduate program. So it's really a full cycle, and it keeps reminding you that we are not where we come from. Somewhere outside of where we come from, there's something greater, and we should keep reaching out, and we should never stop reaching out.
I've got a lovely son, I've got a lovely wife. That is the biggest motivation that I have. And I don't want a situation where my child gets to experience what I experienced growing up. It doesn't have to start from where I started. We need to refocus our energies back to the townships because that's where most of our population is. And we need to refocus the message that is being fed to kids in the townships in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of honing your own skill.
If a country does not work, the economy will not work. Education talks to alleviating poverty, enabling access to decent work and economic activity. It talks to closing the gap between the haves and the have-nots. For us, that's the primary focus.